everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I got Karen next door. She didn't like us playing basketball. She complains about her fence jiggling when my little boys are shooting hoops for the 10 minutes a day they play ball. So then they think they can just roll the tape. Look at her. She thinks she's so good with all her footage. Look at her, just recording everything. Thinks public might take her side in this. I mean, and then they go and they destroy the whole fence. The fence that was so important 30 minutes ago, they are now destroying, so these little guys can't play basketball on the 60-year-old fence. I just want to hear, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Are we in the wrong here, or do we think the real problem is on the other side of the fence? Let's take a little poll. This guy's a little out of shape. He's struggling to take this fence down, but he's working on it, doing his best.
What it do, honey mama?
Past his prime. Oh yeah, there she is. She's got the tape rolling. Ooh, careful, careful.
Hey, what it do, everyday people, man? So we back with another lit video. Story is this basketball goal has been up in this yard since the 1970s. 50 years that basketball goal has been on that fence. And this family says that the basketball goal is shaking their fence and they want to take it down. So it's on their fence, so they're taking it down.
All right, quick update. The neighbors realized the error of their ways, and they did actually purchase the boys this little portable basketball hoop. A very kind peace offering from them. However, I think I would like the boys to have a much nicer hoop than this, and thanks to many generous donations from TikTokers, we have almost $600 that will be going towards a luxury 52-inch backboard hoop that will be on the way and installed soon. But nonetheless, just want to give them credit. They did attempt to make it right. I think they realized that was not a very nice thing that they did. Whether it was legal or not, still up for debate. What I do find the most amusing is they significantly damaged this fence, and the whole root of this kerfuffle was they didn't want the little boys damaging their fence, which I just find very funny, because then they went and destroyed their fence, and now it is heavily damaged, more damage than the basketball from toddlers ever could have done. Anyway, life goes on. Well, the internet is gonna really love this one. Latest episode, returning the hoop. It was very kind of them to bring it by. They brought reserves because we are so dangerous, just in case anything bad happened. Appreciate your service. We do like law enforcement. Yep. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Top of the morning. Just a spectacular day here on the coast of California. Lovely ocean breeze, about 64 degrees. Just can't beat it. Just wanted to hop on here real quick and address the highly entertaining basketball saga. Long story short, came home from work that day, played a little ball with my boys in the last 20 minutes of daylight. We actually only been playing for maybe 5 minutes. Lady comes over and says, I want you to stop playing basketball because the ball might damage my fence. Now, mind you, we've lived here for an entire year, played basketball a good amount there. Usually we do go to the gym where there's a nicer hoop, but never heard a peep from these people for the last year. Not once. Didn't even know they existed, other than their little noisy dog that barks once in a while. I don't like dogs, but I didn't go and knock on their door and tell them to get rid of their dog because they have the right to have one. And so I'd say, no, we're not going to stop playing basketball. We're going to keep playing basketball for the next 10 minutes. And she goes and gets her son, who then damages and demolishes the fence that they were so concerned about a few minutes prior, which was the funniest part of this whole thing to me. And they ripped the hoop off, which might have been attached to their fence. I didn't put the hoop there. It's been there a very long time. Fence has been there a very long time. Those people have owned that house for 27 years. But again, I'm actually not upset at all about them removing the hoop. It was entertaining, it was fun, and the boys needed a new hoop anyway. I had been meaning to get them one, and now the internet has stepped up and provided for a very nice new hoop that'll be a lot nicer than the one that the neighbors did agree to purchase on their behalf, which was nice of them. I respect that gesture. Again, there's really not the bad blood here that the internet seems to think that there is. Everything's fine. In fact, this video and all footage related to the basketball incident, which has over 10 million views now, never would have happened if the woman in the video didn't decide to record my young, partially clothed children in the backyard of my house while they were taking that fence down. She had her phone trained on us. I think they had two phones. If you look in the video, there's another one kind of poking over the fence that I think grandma was holding. So at that point, I considered it fairly hostile that they're ripping the hoop down while recording me. So at the very end of the saga, I pulled my phone out and posted it, and obviously it gained a ton of traction. And she made a lot of disparaging comments during this time, talking about how there's a big negative living next to renters, and they can't afford a house. And she got real excited when she found out what I did for work, acting like she was going to come for my job. And I didn't appreciate her attitude. I didn't appreciate the way she was talking. And so she is now an internet meme. And, you know, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I could have taken the videos down, but you know what? There's no such thing as bad publicity. And unfortunately, in the world we live in today, eyeballs are worth money. And I am in the sales business, and I will take the eyeballs any way I can get them. So for all the negative comments people are leaving, it's awesome. Don't mind it. Keep them coming. You're just pumping the algorithm to every corner of the globe. And as a guy in the sales gig, hopefully one person here I might end up doing business with down the road, and it was all worth it. And as far as the hoop, and also they've got a bunch of their cronies and friends in the comments telling people that I'm scamming and stealing money. Completely untrue. We have been fortunate to get about $700 so far, which is obviously going to pay for a very nice hoop. I'm probably going to spend a little more than that and get the absolute best one out there. And I did make a GoFundMe that was created basically with AI, which is in my profile. If anybody else wants to chip in, you're more than welcome. But again, we're not desperate. We're not poor. We don't need the money. But it's a nice, fun thing that people wanted to support. And unfortunately, on the second half of yesterday, a lot of people were sending me Cash Apps, and Cash App shut down my ability to receive any more money, because you can only have a certain amount of people send you money in a day before they start to flag it as suspicious, I guess. So the GoFundMe's there. Forgive me for the AI created description that they did. Wasn't my best wording. Again, we're not victims here. We're not desperate. This was just a fun situation that exploded into a big deal on the internet. But again, my boys are good. They're healthy. Everybody's happy. Bills are paid. We're going to get a really nice hoop. To those of you who donated, thank you so much. And to the rest that also tried to donate more yesterday, several hundred more dollars on Cash App that were blocked. Appreciate you. If you still want to chip in, feel free to hop on the GoFundMe. The hoop will get bigger. If there are any local businesses who would like their advertising on Karen's fence there, I'd be happy to slap a banner on there. That'll be in all of the videos till the end of time. And obviously, we're going to be getting a lot more eyeballs on those videos thanks to this. But anyway, no bad blood. I actually do believe that the guy taking the hoop down is a pretty nice guy. I don't think he is an issue at all. I don't think he really wanted to do that. And again, he made a very kind gesture to quickly buy the hoop, which I do think was some level of damage control. But again, it was the right thing to do. I just had already been planning to get the boys a bigger hoop, and people stepped up, and they're going to have a really nice hoop by this weekend. We actually tried to buy it last night. Dick's Sporting Goods in Salinas, some of the worst customer service in the history of the world. And so we weren't able to acquire it just yet, but it's in the works. It'll be there. It'll be documented, and every single penny that has been donated will be going to the new hoop and surrounding auxiliary speakers and or any pickleball courts or whatever else it is that we decide to put in the backyard. So appreciate the support. It's been fun. Keep the comments coming. I'm not going to take the video down, and life goes on. Have a wonderful day.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Hey, man, we lit, we live. Hey, check this out, man. You know, it is the neighbor's fence. A lot of people say you're in the wrong. You're in the wrong. I don't think he put the goal there. if the goal was there prior to him moving in, you know, it is what it is. It came with the house as far as he knows. He's not really, I mean, there's a lot of people in the comments saying he's wrong. It's like, he's not really wrong because the hoop was already there. Now, if he put the hoop there, that would make a big difference. But he didn't put the hoop there. I can't understand why the neighbors think that, oh, it's banging up against my fence and we're hearing it and it's a loud bang. I get that. So at that point, it's like, hey, that's when you talk to your neighbor. Like, communication is better than, jumping the gun and being like, oh, I'm gonna just take the gold down. I'm gonna ruin my fence to take the gold down. Like, nah, let me talk to the neighbor and see if we can resolve this issue without making everybody feel uncomfortable. That's what I would do as me. My neighbor and I, we share a fence. Not, I mean, technically, it doesn't matter whose fence it is, but that doesn't matter. But the thing is, they came to me to talk about splitting the cost, and I'm like, I'm cool with that. I don't care. I mean, as long as I got a fence up, I really don't care. Like, it doesn't care if the back side is on my side or the front. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm a grown man. And then you know what? If I don't like the back side to be on my side, guess what I'm gonna do? I can drill some other post up on my side to make it look like it's on my side. I mean, I'm not a goofy. I'm a handy person, and I think sometimes this stuff gets really childish, especially with neighbors. I'm a non-confrontational person. Um, we had a thing with a neighbor. Our 8-year-old son had to go to court for trespassing because his basketball rolled onto the people's yard. Now, instead of them rolling the goal out into the middle of the street, what I did was I put it in the ground. I put the basketball goal in the ground. And it was mostly on our big part of the yard. I did not put it by the small part of the yard. When we was on a cul-de-sac, I put it on the big part of the yard because, I mean, it's the bigger part of the yard. I didn't put it in between the two driveways where there was a little playroom and cars parked there. Like, let's be real. So, but then again, you're on the cul-de-sac, so the yard is kind of like angled. So the ball would roll into the neighbor's yard, and then she would deliberately raise her, because the ball would hit her garage, but she stayed on the hill. We stayed on the hill. Our hill was up, and her hill was down. So I don't know. It was just a strange neighborhood, but it would roll and hit her garage. So they would go get it, and whatever. And so she would deliberately leave the garage up just a little bit. So if the ball rolled, and it would roll in the garage. You know what I'm saying? So it was stuff like that. And if the ball rolled over there, we just left it. We just told the boys, just leave it. Like, it don't matter. We'll go get another. It's $10. I'll go get another one. She probably had about 30 balls. She's like, these motherfuckers keep buying. Yes, I'm gonna keep buying the ball every time. Every time eventually you're gonna be like, I'm gonna get these balls back. So then when police got involved and stuff, we ended up moving the basketball goal to the other side because our neighbor was like, man, just move it over here. We don't really care. Our son plays on it too. So let's just, because we didn't care who played on it. It was like, whatever. But that neighbor used to, like, I had a vehicle that I wrecked. And you could not see that the vehicle was wrecked. You couldn't see that the vehicle was wrecked, but Oklahoma get bad storms, so the car still ran. I just backed it out, put it on the side, and I pulled my car in the garage instead of having the wrecked car in the garage. And she called the police over there to put a sticker on the car saying it's a wrecked vehicle in the yard. I'm like, bro, how did you even see that this car was wrecked? So I had a thing with the people. I was like, there's no way you could see that this car was wrecked because one, it's up against the fence. You have no idea that the car is wrecked. You can't even drive by and see that the car is wrecked. So it was obviously the neighbor. But anyway, so we ended up getting that thrown out. Like you can't come take my car because it's it wasn't even wrecked. Like it was wrecked, but the fender was off. I just needed to replace the fender. I didn't want to buy another fender when I mean, it wasn't even like it was something I needed to do ASAP. Now I probably didn't even have the money, so it don't even matter. But the lady was so rude and she did that stuff. So anyway, we kept the car out there. But I was like, y'all passed up all these cars because on the street there's other cars that did not work on flats. All this. I said, y'all passed up all these cars just to come all the way down to my car and put a sticker on it because it's wrecked. It's not like it's bent metal. You don't see like bent metal or nothing like that, like the car runs. So they was like, does the car start? I said, yeah, I started it up. It was like, oh, we're sorry. We didn't, if as long as the car runs and drives, we can't put a sticker on it. But y'all did just because it don't have a fender on it. And I'm like, you can't see the fender. It was dumb. Like, I just hate dumb neighbors. And then, one time I almost beat up her son on Thanksgiving. The police came out that day. And guess what she did? Yep, she went to the upper room where Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Look, God will remove your problems when he want to. Oh, and when they came over there, I was no short of petty. I'm sorry. I was like, oh, did she die? Did she die? Oh my God, now she can't bother any more little kids. He was like, you, that was my mom. Yeah, okay. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.